So we're going to just discuss the touchscreen functions of the Blackberry 9790 that I have in my hand right here. Now, I did a previous video on this, but I'm just going to dedicate this video to the touchscreen and why I think a touchscreen on a Blackberry isn't really necessary. And I wanted this phone for so long simply because it had a touchscreen. But when it came, the first week I used this phone, I realized I didn't really touch the screen that much because I was coming from a 9780 Blackberry, which is the same phone minus the touchscreen, and it's slower and it has less memory. It's very fast, it has more memory, and it has the touchscreen. That's what the 9790 offers, coming from a 9700 or 9780 phone. It's similar to the 9900 basically, just a smaller version of the 9900 Bold. So one of the issues I had with the touchscreen and the Blackberry operating system, not an issue, but it's I'm gonna bring it in so you can see. I'm not sure if it's coming out clear. It's the redundancy of the keypad versus the icon. Now there's an icon. I hide some of my icons, but there's an icon here. You can see it for the phone. I'm gonna just touch it, and that opens up my phone book. Now on the keypad, there's a shortcut button here with the phone. I'm going to press that, and it also opens up my phone book. So those two things, and then you could also use the pad in the middle to go to that phone icon and open up your phone book. So you have three ways of opening up your phone book. The quickest being the keypad. So chances are you're going to use the keypad to open up your phone log. I'm sorry, your call log. It's not a phone book, call log. So what I do is I'm going to just hide that icon right there. Hide in all panels, yep. And go back. I'm going to take away some icons. You also have, say, the Wi-Fi. That icon right there, it's highlighted. I'm going to press it, and that opens up your Wi-Fi. How to set up your Wi-Fi. Now you could also go up here and hit where it says 3G to set up your Wi-Fi. So that's like two ways of doing one thing, and a lot of stuff in this phone. And this is, I'm not talking about the in-depth. I'm not going in-depth about the apps and the games that you could install. This is the basic stuff that comes with the phone. So it's a lot of duplication of doing one thing. So I'm going to just hide this icon because I don't need it. And what's going to happen after using this phone, hiding all panels, for a while you're going to realize you don't need a lot of icons on your home screen, on your main screen, because there's keypad shortcuts, and there's also shortcuts around the interface on the Blackberry that you don't really need 1,000 icons to touch. Which brings me to the beauty of the Blackberry device, and why I'm not going to compare it to an iPhone or Android phone. This video isn't set out to do that. It's not making a point to compare it to those phones. But Blackberry within itself, I think this is a really great Blackberry, and maybe one of the best Blackberries ever made, considering it's a small little guy, and it does so much. It's very powerful, it's very fast, it has a lot of memory. I have a 40 gigabytes of storage space on this phone to do what I want with. 40 gigabytes. My first laptop that I bought a couple of years ago, like back in 2001, 2000, had 6 gigabytes of space, and I paid $2,500 for a laptop. Back then, top of the line compact processor, 6 gigabytes of space. Little did I know, about 10 years later, I'd have a cell phone in my pocket with 40 gigabytes of space to do what I want with. So, that being said, I think this is a really great phone. But it's not great because it has a touch screen. It's great because what Blackberry has done is put a lot into a little package. And that's pretty much it. And that being said, like when you get this phone, make sure you get like a rubber case. I haven't gotten the rubber case yet, because using the keypad, it's a very light phone. As you type, it feels almost like you're gonna sort of punch through the phone. It's very thin, and it's very easy to like slip out of your hands if you're using this on the street or walking and texting or whatever you're doing whilst walking around. It's very easy to like fall out of your hands, I think, because it's just a small device. Another thing is too, as you use the keypad, I'm not sure if it's this phone specific or if it's specific to the model. The battery case, the battery cover in the back, it's I don't want to say flimsy, but it's very loose when you're typing. And as you're typing, the battery door is sort of like, it's not squeaks, but you can feel it moving around, like it's sliding around a little bit, like just a little bit. It's a little annoying. So what I did was I ordered a rubber case that's gonna come that goes to the back and secures the back to remedy that. That being said, with that said, to wrap this up, one of the issues I had with the touchscreen is that if the phone isn't locked, it just like you accidentally touch icons and it opens up stuff all the time, which the effect of that, it drains the battery. If the screen is constantly being pressed and icons and apps are constantly being open. And I wish Blackberry had, like, I'm not sure if I could download an app for this to turn off the touchscreen when you don't need the touchscreen on, right? I wish I could turn that off. And that's a wrap on that.